Hey guys, it's Mayhem here. Hope you're having a good day. So, I didn't really put anything out yesterday because I got a copyright strike against me, so I was trying to figure that out. I highly doubt that Rogan took the time to personally strike me. I'm sure it was just the algorithm, but so I was dealing with that yesterday, and so yeah, lame excuse, but that's why. On the good news side, my gym's opening up, so I get to go to work out tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. But what I wanted to talk about today was kind of what I've been seeing out in the universe is kind of concerning. And there's a huge rise in people joining the movement, MGTOW, Red Pill, whatever you want to call it. And there's a lot of guys out there that have been in the community for quite a long time that they like to sell you stuff. And I'm not saying that making a buck is a bad thing. I charge if people kind of want information from me, coaching from me. I give a lot of the stuff that I do away for free because I really think that, this is more about goodwill and teaching someone the pitfalls of the path that I've already walked. So I don't necessarily, focus on the coaching. As you all know, and as my previous channel said, my whole focus was really I wanted to build a retreat where men could learn how to be men again, kind of contrary to the feminization that's happened to men since feminism, since the 60s kind of reared its ugly head. But as more and more guys are joining the movement, it's just there's a lot of bad information out there. And I used to like Rich, Entrepreneurs in Cars, and I still watch his content. But, I mean, some of the stuff that he's been putting out lately has just been crap. And, I've said this before, I'm not trying to go to war with any of the content creators, to each their own, but I really think it's a disservice. And I've said this about Rolo before where, he's married. I just don't find red pill advice from a married man to be particularly significant, especially with as much has changed. And he, from a philosophical point of view, I mean, a lot of the stuff that he says is probably correct, but it's like taking dieting advice from a fat person. I mean, it's just, how much do you really believe them? I mean, if you're going to be married in a relationship, and like I said, this isn't a dig at him either. This is just, as more and more men join the community, it's important to really understand what you want out of it. And, my problem with Rich is pushing the whole making online dating easy and fun. The way to make online dating easy and fun is you don't frickin' do it. It's not in men's best interest to do it. If you want to get laid, then get a Tinder profile, put on there that you're looking to pay for sex, and go from there. I mean, that's the extent of it. Or you can go to Reddit, look for NSFW in your state. Women will post pictures of themselves, send them a message saying how much, and go from there. I mean, if that's really what you want to do, because dating in the red pill MGTOW world is a waste of time. It really is a waste of time. And I don't know why these dating coaches don't get it. I mean, and the modern life dating, I haven't listened to his stuff. I've listened to M on some of his stuff, which fine, but it's contrary to MGTOW from my perspective, and it's really, more red pill, which fine. I mean, if you want to split hairs, I totally understand it. But to charge guys this insane amount of money to teach them how to be neg and how to, talk down to a girl and how to maintain your frame, to me, that should be free advice. It shouldn't be something that, other than, if you want a phone call to talk about it, I can understand that. But really, it's just this bad advice that's being given out. And, if you like Rich, great. I mean, if you don't like me, fine. It's neither here nor there. All I'm trying to say is that when you look at the content creators in the community, make sure that they're giving you good advice. And historically, the advice on dating and online dating is at a man's disadvantage unless you're 8, 9, or 10, or unless you're rich. It doesn't work out for you, or unless you're incredibly funny, which then you can get somewhere. But it's still a waste of time. And why waste your time with it? I mean, the focus of MGTOW, if you're MGTOW, is going your own way, and you don't need a woman in your life. And if you're red pill, then as soon as the world opens back up, go out and talk to chicks. I mean, online dating is just a waste of time. And the other piece of advice that Rich gave out was this one: how video games turn into betas. Who cares? I mean, the examples he used were trite and mostly people across the ocean and not really pertaining to men in the U.S. I played a crap load of video games. I'm in a clan, and every once in a while I jump on and still play. I don't think it turns you into a beta. I think it turns you into somebody that, you know, has got better things to do than waste time with online dating apps. But really, I mean, the point is, the whole point of MGTOW is do what you want to do. And, you know, when content creators are sitting here and dropping beta, which I'm so tired of the labeling that's happening in the community. Betas. So maybe Ninja's a beta, but he makes $9 million a month playing video games. Maybe Dr. Disrespect is a beta, which I don't think so, but that guy makes at least $1 million a month playing video games. And the amount of people that make a decent living playing video games is surprising, especially if you have some talent at it. And jump on YouTube, jump on Twitch, and you'll see that there's plenty of guys that do earn a living. And even if you're not top tier, you're making enough that you don't have to have a regular job and you can sit around and play video games for 8 hours a day. That doesn't make you a beta. That makes you somebody that is, you know, good at video games. And, you know, if you're supporting the thoughts out there and, you know, donating to their Twitch streams, then yeah, that's beta-like behavior. But really, it's something that, you know, like I said, I just think there's a lot of the content creators out there, especially in the MGTOW Red Pill universe, that are giving bad advice. And as our community continues to grow, as, you know, everything is happening out there, it's really important to understand the background of the content creators. And I've tried to be very, you know, transparent with my background, you know, and the thing that I've said about Rich before is that, yeah, he's not that good looking. He's got a decent body. He likes to call himself Kronos, which, you know, is the main character in the God of War video game series, which is kind of funny. But he's rich, and, you know, he drives a 6-figure car, and that's not something that everybody can do. And if your whole way of getting chicks is, oh, by the way, I'm rich, then, as in I've got money, then that's not a strategy that the majority of men in the world can follow. That would be like me telling you, oh, if you're over 6 foot, you have no trouble getting laid. I'm over 6 foot and I get laid all the time. That's not good advice. That's not something that is going to benefit the majority of men that are joining the movement. It might help some of you, but it's not good advice. And so really the point, like I said, I'm not necessarily trying to attack the content creators that I don't necessarily agree with. What I'm trying to say is that be careful with who you listen to. Take the good, leave the bad. But really, it's something that, you know, when you join the MGTOW Red Pill movement, there's a lot of us out there that give advice, that give, you know, direction on what people should be doing. Do some investigation. You know, don't take it all in, hook, line, and sinker, but, you know, have some doubt that, you know, the advice is really what you want to hear. And there's plenty of guys you can listen to. You know, Coach Red Pill is somebody that I really like, even though he's got a kid and married. There is snippets of good information that they give, but I don't take everything that they say as gospel because, you know, I have some doubt just because they're not truly living the life that they are purporting that they are. So just be careful, especially to all the new people that are joining the movement. And just remember that this is your journey. It's however you want to do it, and we can help guide you there. But at the end, it's going to be your decision on how you decide to live the life. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thanks, Joe Rogan, for not pressing the copyright claim. I really appreciate it. And until next time, remember, the journey is the reward, and you are the prize.